Hi, and welcome to Bob's Carving Hobby. Today we have a cool creation to make, a Bokken. A Bokken is a traditional Japanese practice sword. There are a lot of different kinds of wood to make a Bokken with. I have a lot of reclaimed wood in my garage, but what I need, however, is in my backyard. My son gave me 7 2x6 oak handrail planks from a construction job he worked on. It's weathered and needs some tender loving care, but it'll do the job. With reclaimed wood, you want to make sure there aren't any nails or debris hiding in the wood. It can mess up a saw blade, and they aren't cheap. I use a small metal detector from Amazon to make sure. I need 2 pieces of wood, 1 3/4 by 2 inch to make the set of Bokkens. I ripped the boards into strips on the table saw, and then used the miter saw to cut them into proper lengths of 40 1/4 inches. Back to the table saw, I cleaned the wood by stripping 1/4 inch off both sides. Now I have the redressed pieces that will be shaped into Bokkens. Okay, about the Bokken. You can get instructions with measurements of the curve, length, and thickness with pictures on the internet. I had the dimensions, so I drew the sword on the face of the wood, removed the extra wood with a bandsaw. Okay, now I have the basic shape I need to create the Bokken. This is where it gets a little creative. I'm using a belt sander. It will remove a lot of wood, so it's great for shaping my creations. This stage can take some time. I'd like a moment to ask for your subscription. The goal is for 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. The subscription is free and really does help find more like-minded people. So click the subscribe button and join the fun. If you are skilled with a belt sander, you can create some pretty cool stuff. However, they do have their limitations. That was fun. Now I have the Bokken shaped to what I wanted. Hand sanding your project can be hard. However, there are ways to make life easier on yourself, and that's something to consider. I mean, why suffer if we don't have to? You can buy sandpaper with a sticky back or not. I kinda like the sticky because I can put it on a block of wood or a chisel head to keep it flat while I work on the surface. I'm going to finish this sanding job by hand, going from 80 to 100, 120, 180, 220, 320, 400, and finish with 600 for a silky smooth finish. A quick tip: when you're sanding down to a fine smooth surface, go through each grit from coarse to fine and don't skip a grit. It makes the job easier, quicker, and a smoother finish. I finished with the 600 grit, and this Bokken is smooth and shiny, and we haven't even applied a finish coat yet. I'm going to carve or burn something into the handle to complete the build, but first let's put some color on these swords. I'm using a red mahogany stain to darken the wood. It looks great, so I'll leave it overnight and get the finish on it once it has dried. I created two small 2" by 1" by 5" stands from the leftover 2x6. They are small and can be adjusted on the swords to accommodate the area they will be displayed on. I mentioned I was making this set for my nephew, and he asked for the Japanese symbols of heaven and earth to be on the handles. So, the heaven and earth symbols have been inserted on the handles, one for heaven and the other for earth. If I can be so bold, I think it looks pretty darn good. These Bokkens are finished. The Bokkens were fun to make. They can be used for practicing martial arts and make a stunning display on a mantle or wall. All that is left to do is to deliver them to Jesse. Do you think he'll like them? Let me know in the comments. This is Bob Jones, and I will see you in the next video.